Wait, no, I'll let go.
Thanks.
I'll let go, please.
Right. Is it all working okay? Is it all recorded? Right, Tracy. How are you doing? The night seems to be going well.
Yes.
Are you happy so far? That's excellent. Is she shouting at you there?
No.
No, that's okay then. Right. Okay. Have you've had readings before, haven't you?
Aye, that's about 14 years ago or something.
It's a long time ago. But you know I'm going to speak to Spirit, and then I'm going to do your cards with psychic energy about your past, your present and your future, right? And you'll get questions as well. Is there somebody you want to hear from Spirit?
Anybody, because I've got that many.
You get that many? Well, we might not get it clearly because we'll try and shove in. But I want to come to you with your mum first of all. Would you understand that?
Aye.
Your mum is in spirit, isn't she?
No.
Is she?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother?
Grandmother.
Was she very like a mother to you?
Aye.
Right, that's fine. The only other way it would be is if your mum had dementia. Then she could communicate this way.
No, Mum's not got dementia.
Oh, yeah, I thought so. But anyway, grandmother coming in here, and she says, she says when your mother was fed up with you, she sent her up to you, to me, and she says, I had to sort you out. She says, and I made your life so difficult in my house, you wanted to go home. She says, that was the whole point of it. You had to know that you were good, you were in the best place, and everywhere else was worse. Because your mother and you clashed, would you understand that? You probably still do. She says, but you clashed because you're so alike. And that's the problem. And he says, your father's still alive, right? Your father gave up trying to stand between the two of you years ago. He just lets you get on with it, talks to you both. You understand that? And you know what she's showing? She says, Omo. You know, do you remember Omo, the washing powder? You do? Was that what she used?
I think so, aye.
Or the other thing is that she says, I want to wash your mouth out, what you're saying about your mum, because you must have given bad mouth. And she says, I want to put Omo in there to make it whiter than white. But if it was Omo she used, that's even better evidence. She's telling me as well that she used to grow cactus on the window ledge. And she says, and you would put water in them and nearly drown them. Do you understand that? And she'd shout at you, they were Easter and Christmas cactus. And she says, I don't know how they ever managed to grow the way they were because I neglected them. But you know what she didn't realise? They thrive in neglect. They're cacti. Anyway, besides that, she's telling me as well she had an egg timer with sand in it. Do you understand that? And she says you used to play with it to try and time things. And she said she tried to go over your work for school with you, is that right? She says, because you had difficulty with maths. And she says, God, it drove me nuts. And I was trying to be patient. She says, but you were slowly getting it. She says, but it was really hard for you, and your mother didn't have patience. She says she took too many ways. Do you understand? She had a big family. Did you have a bigger family?
No.
Was it busy in your household then? Right, that's fine. And she's telling me as well that your brother, I'm presuming you've got a brother, right? Your brother, I don't know if he's older than you or whether he just achieved more. He achieved more. And she's saying you were always put down by his example. She says, it was a crying shame. Crying shame. And she says, you were such a loving child. You were gasping for love around you and you were just getting shoved away. She says, get go and you just leave me alone, and this sort of way. And she says, I don't know what was wrong with your mother, but she knows that it's because the two of you were so alike. But it built a wall between the two of you that's lasted your whole lives. She says when she first noticed that you were 4 or 5 years old, is that right? And she says even from when you could talk, you were about to get a Skype for being cheeky. And she says it just never changed. She says, I'm surprised you didn't leave before you were 16. So did you leave home around about 16, 17? On bad terms for your mum? She says, and your mother hoped that things would go wrong for you, but you managed to come through it and stand on your own 2 feet, and you proved her wrong. She says, but my God, it was a hard road for you. Telling me that she sat with you in her house night after night in tears and gave you money when you had no money to help you get through, because it was she's saying a crying shame. She's telling me as well that she says she got to the stage where her health wasn't good enough, and she's telling me she had a terrible cough. Would that be right? And it was racking, and she didn't want to eat, and she was sick when she coughed, and I feel that her lungs were absolutely short. Would that be right? And it would either be cancer or it would be emphysema, one of these things, but I feel there was blood coming up.
It's my grandpa.
Was it your grandpa? So your grandpa's come in now? Right. She must have loved him dearly then.
Aye.
Oh, I mean, her heart was broken.
Who's
She
that
lost him.
world?
Absolutely. And it's this feeling that she says there's a tree planted over him now. Is that right?
I think there's trees. They were cremated actually.
There was, so
And
where the
trees that, I know the trees that all the time.
where the sky, well, that's just he's grown into big cheese, feeding cheese. But she says it's his strength. He was always my strength. Everybody thought I was a strong one, but he was a strong one. You know, and I want to say, now you're not near any shipyards, you're in the middle of nowhere, you're in the middle of the land here, but I want to say he had a stout heart, and that's the kind of thing you say about a ship, right? He had a stout heart, so he was a solid man. Nothing fazed him. He found him the same way all the time. He would cope whatever came, even if there was an emergency. He was the one you would return to, right? Because your grandmother would go, oh my God, and he was the one that would make the decisions. So she says that he put his boots on him when he died. Do you understand? He got his boots that he wore all the time put on his feet because he wouldn't have gone without them. And they were so highly polished, so he must have been in the army at one time.
No.
Was he not? He was never in national service or in the war? Right, okay. But he's got high pride. He's learned to pull his boots somewhere. Don't know where that would be. And she's now he's come in with this calmness, and he says, if I could have changed life for you, I would have. I might not have said much, but I felt it for you. Grandmother saying, to begin with, you didn't learn from your mistakes. Is that right? You kept repeating the same thing. It was like Groundhog Day. And she's saying then that you began to see the light, but it took you a long time. She says the year you were 18 was very significant. Would you understand that? It changed your world. Was that your first baby?
Mm-hmm.
She says that changed you completely. That made you grow up. You had this wee thing.
Aye, the baby died.
Did it die?
Died in
I'm so sorry.
Lost a lot in my family. Just as I was ready to turn 18.
So that was a whole lot of deaths.
Lost my grandpa as well.
So that was when he was coming up to that. So it was at 18, it was significant. So you'd lost an aunt, you lost your grandpa, your granny just after that.
No.
She lived?
I lost my grandpa, the baby, and an aunt.
I think he's here. My grandmother's holding a small boy. He was 6 weeks old.
I had a major heart defect, and my sister died of a hot death in my grand's house.
Oh, right. And one of your grandsons? So
no, in my grand's house.
Oh, in your grand's house?
My sister died of a hot death in her house.
Right. Okay, so that's what the wee boy. You, I'm asking about your sister now, and she says she's gallivanting. Could you understand that? It would be her nature if she'd grown up. Was she nearly 2?
No.
It was for a 2, was she 20 months or was she?
No, I was 20 months.
What?
I was 20 months.
You were 20 months, right.
Died.
So, because she's given me numbers and I'm saying, well, what do they mean? So you understand that. So it was horrendous then. So she was a baby younger than you. God help her. So your grand's making me aware that she wasn't a tiny baby. Would that be right? She was an ordinary sized baby. Or was she very young?
She was very tiny. She was pregnant.
She was pregnant, right. So I got that wrong. I got the opposite way round. So, do you know, no explanation for these things happening, is there? You just wonder why God does it. And that really, when all these losses in your own, no mother should outlive the child. I'm sort of hinting at them to see if I can get a name for it. I've got the name Craig, but I don't think that's one I've chosen. Do you know a Craig though? Well, at least it's one connected with you. It'd be lovely if I could get your sister and your wee one's name. I don't know if I can. I'll have to names tonight. Back to when you've fallen in and out of a relationship, right? She says, but you're not in a relationship for now. No, that's what I think. She says, but you put up with him the longest you'd ever put up with MD. So I feel as if he caught the edge of your tongue the way you did from your grandmother. And he wasn't mature enough, he didn't understand responsibility. I think he drank as well quite a lot. And you go into your personal money was gone, and all these different things, and it was a nightmare, and you took the stand on it and you said, I'm not putting up. What she's showing me is, do you have a problem with your neck? Your back? the back, right, because she's shown me the spine. But what that also means is that the things he did to you almost broke, you know what I mean? It was just too much to bear. And she's also making me aware that when it comes to the word back, have you had surgery in your back? Not at all. Because I feel that there's... Well, that's good, that's good. I'm trying to see why she's showing me the spine the third time. It's because there's got to be something else other than a feeling that this would have broken your back, the straw that broke Camel's back, and the fact that you have bad back. And then I've got to look at this again, so you're still carrying a heavy load and everybody else's load. It's almost as if you don't want time to think about your own life, so you keep yourself to it. Because if you thought about your own life, you would be devastated. She says, the very least I hope for you was a man to stand strongly beside you. And that, I'm asking for names, I'm not getting them. I know that, I'm sorry. And I would love to give you them, but I don't think I can. We'll see what happens if it pops in anyway, because that's what I was trying to draw in again. I'm going to leave the spirit communication, or do you want me to continue a wee bit? Continue a bit, because she's kind of running, she's slowing down now. She's telling me that really you are very much a free spirit, and still are. So you live alternatively and in terms of lifestyle to some extent for yourself. She tells me as well that you were on a caravan holiday, is that right? And it didn't work out just as planned. I don't know whether somebody went home early or somebody got chucked out or whatever it was, but it was mayhem. So she's making me aware that putting the two of you in one room for more than 10 minutes is a problem sometimes. She's also showing me that you went to start to drive. Did you ever go? And you just got too panicky and you couldn't do it. You just, the very idea of pointing this thing, you didn't know how, you just didn't get, and she's saying you didn't give yourself a chance, did you? You thought, oh, twice I've done it, can I do it, and that's it. And it's such a shame, she says, because that would change your life if you could drive, and you had that freedom. She's telling me as well that you work very hard. Are you working? Well, you work very hard with everything else that's going on. You never sit down, you're on the go the whole time. She says, you must be exhausted. And she says, but then you sleep. You understand that? And that's why you do it. She's talking about Maltesers. Is that something you eat? You love them. I know you've got Kit Kats, because she's showing me Kit Kats, but that you would prefer a Kit Kat off that pile rather than a horse, right? And if anybody takes the last one, they're dead. She tells me as well that you've been struggling with your washing machine recently. Have you had problems with it? Oh, that is just a new one, that's why then, so you've got a new washing machine. Thank God you've got it then, and it's not going to break down. She's not coming forward with much else just now, because she's told you the important things. And what she's given you now is just details about your life, which is, where'd we stop with it? Does Charlie mean anything to you, or Chaz? Is that in spirit or here?
In spirit and here.
Well, so Charlie's here. Do you know why he would want to come forward? Is he a relation? Because I don't feel he's a relation. Distant, right. I think he's just come in to say hello and to let you know that, you know, there's more than just your granny on your side. Right? I'm going to leave it that way in your cat, is that okay? She's quite a lady, your grandmother.
Oh yes.
Quite a lady. I think you'll be a match when you're older. Shuffle the cards for me. Thank you. Right, now, this is immediate past, further past, furthest past, immediate future, furthest future, furthest future. You've got a few major kind of cards there, right? And that one, that's you, that's a good card for you. And we're going to put them down, note down just to get more information. I knew that, two. I knew that was going to happen. What that really means is your past, the things that happened in your past you, make you the way you are today. And it's going to make you what you are tomorrow. So your life and your experiences are the most important thing here. Right at this moment, what we can see is there's something about somebody's relationship that's not very good, that brings out the worst in you. Now that could be your daughter brings out the worst in you, you know what I mean? Or it could be your daughter's relationship or somebody else's relationship, you just see it not being good. Would you understand where I am with that? And what I would want to say to that is that you feel that they deserve more. They deserve what they've got. Now that's immediate past, and I feel that this situation with a relationship, it shows me that in one way you don't want always come true for a relationship just now. Is that right? Or is that right? I thought it might be, but you're quite happy the way you are to some degree. And it shows me that you don't want to be part of have the whole cycle of defeat like everybody else, like, you know, in and out, the same person getting chucked out every 5 times, then another person, the same thing. You don't want that. You're quite happy the way you are, to be honest. And things might change in the future, but we don't know. What I can see a wee bit further back is, in some ways, there was a new beginning for you, a secure beginning. Now, I don't know what changed in your life. It looks as if it could have been, right, this is a new beginning, like a job that you said you're not working. Did you work? No. A new beginning. I'll look at the bits that I understand. I know you won't put up with interference from anybody. Nobody tells you what to do. And it would be stupid of them to even try, because you just don't entertain it. But it's almost as if you came to the point of starting your life again. You made a decision in your life that meant that your life was going to be better. Did you do that in the past? Right? And it's a definite decision, and it was the best decision you've made in your life. Before that, there seems to have been upsets. Now, would that be the time that your relationship broke down? Was that a long time ago in your life? Or was it just
the last couple of years.
Well, that would be right with this, because there was a relationship. Although
I was with the kids' dad for 12 years, but I'd been seeing a fella for about 14 years. The last time I saw him was just before Christmas.
Just before Christmas. But you felt the feeling was still there with him? Right, the feeling's still there, but it wouldn't work.
Aye.
Right, well that's good. You might love him, but it's not going to work. And because I was trying to figure out what it was there. What it says then, it says, it was courageous you seeing him again and making the decision to know that it wasn't going to work, instead of taking him back. But it's good that you did that, because you feel stronger for it. Immediate future, what we have is, life is blood, sweat and tears for you. It's a bloody nightmare. It's just one thing after another. But do you understand where somebody's learning, they want to learn, or their situation, they need to learn how to change their situation, breaks your heart? Because, I'll say this again, that didn't come out right. Somebody's situation breaks your heart because they really need to be able to move on and learn a new way of life, and they're not being able to do it. It might not be your daughter. It doesn't make sense to say no.
It could be my son.
Could be your son. I can't see where it go. And is your son down to earth, hard working, and doesn't like sudden change? No.
No, like sudden change.
Doesn't like change. But I mean, he might not be working, but he keeps himself busy all the time.
Aye.
Right, keeps himself busy, and he likes to make things sure. He likes to feel secure.
Aye.
Right, that's what we want. But he seems to have other problems in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel it breaks your heart to see that happening, because he doesn't deserve it.
Aye.
You would like to see things better for him. And, he tries very much to be careful with money, but somebody's not helping that. I feel that somebody else is influencing it. Now, it shows me here that there's an ending of something here, a sense of completion, an ending, and it's for you. It's something that you've had in the past. These are things like new jobs, or groups of people that are friends, like relationships. Not relationships, it's situations. So you're going to be moving on from something. Because that card means moving on with sorrow. So you're leaving a part of your life behind, which had its good times, and moving on into the future because you've outgrown it. Time for it to go. So I don't know whether it's a sense of completion and ending of something. Do you know what that would be?
I've broke a circle of friends. I broke away from them.
Well, that's good. This seems to be all your past. That's present, isn't it? Aye. So this must be, you still be in the process of breaking away from it and staying away from it.
Go circle of friends.
Right. Mm-hmm. Because that's the kind of thing I mean, though. But it says there you've got to watch that you don't get caught back in that cage, in that trap. Do you understand why I would say that? And it shows me that you're strong, that you'll avoid it.
Aye.
And I also want to say as well that You might find love when that's gone. Once you've staying away, only by staying away from it you'll find love in your life. Or love yourself. Right. Further up here you've got the two major arcana cards there. One is reversing, it's a period of bad luck with all the wee things go wrong, right? After arriving at it says, but you're going to make a major decision about your life. It's a kind of thing that you make the decision and you have to live with it because it can't be changed. What kind of decision that's going to be yet? Right, it's a sorting out discussion. There's a big row or something blows up in the family. And what is said at that point can't be taken back, right? It's in the future. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm going to add cards to find out. Do you understand where something could come to a really big argument sometime in the future? That would be. I mean, it can just come out of the blue. You don't. That, because it's upright, it's a sorting out row.
Is it in family?
Not necessarily.
It could be friends.
Because it's a sorting out row saying that, you know, you're not going to take a loan, you're not going to be doing this, and it says, whatever it is, it comes on really, really quickly. And the way it comes up, and it's friend, there's somebody you want out of your life there, and you're just saying, that's it. Because it's very quick, it's very decisive, and it's a decision you have to live with, but it's for the better. Okay? So you're getting stronger and stronger. Here, this is you. This is the lady who's outgoing before life. She knows what she wants, or knows what she wants and knows what she doesn't want in life, right? And you know, you can see your future ahead. You can see your path. And what I can see is you're going to do well. Your plans are going to work out for you. But what I also would say is that you are looking to the future now, whereas you didn't before. You couldn't see a future beyond tomorrow. And you're looking further in the future and planning for it. But you're at that point when you're just emotionally a bit overloaded with everybody else's emotions just now, or there, that feeling, and trying to move on into the future a bit harder. So what we have here is, that's the Hierophant, or the equivalent of God or Spirit World coming to help you. So Spirit World and your grandmother will come to your aid. And in the way that will happen seems to be through a child. Grandchildren yet?
I've got a grandson.
You've got a grandson. Could there be another child coming? I don't see a pregnancy, I should say. There's not a pregnancy there that I can see.
Aye, there, aye.
But do you understand that there's a
Aye.
possibility of a child?
Aye.
And I think that's what's going to push you through it. And it's lovely. I don't know whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. Strongly, feeling that it's a boy, but I can't, see if I'm wrong, what does it matter? Up here, the person that you become is fantastic. You are the High Priestess, the woman with the knowledge, the woman with the ability to nurture and support others. You're a queen among women, right? You know all the ins and outs of everything that can happen, and you can tell them where they're going wrong, and you're very supportive to them, even when they don't take your advice. You do say, well, I bloody told you, didn't I? You never bloody listened. It might be other words you're using, but it's the same idea. But it shows me as well that you also are very supportive towards her. You've only got one daughter, right? Which for your daughter, she's quite, I'm sure it's her, very bright, kind of quiet, goes introverted. She's quite a bit introverted. Does she not like that?
No, I don't.
Right, okay, then I'll describe this person, you decide who it is. This person's very bright and very focused on what they want in life. They don't take advice from other people very easily. They're also so busy that they could be accused of being selfish and not thinking of other people, but in actual fact it's just the way they are.
Let's describe her in a way, but she's not quiet.
Okay then, she's not quiet, but the essence of her's there, so that's all that matters, because that card can be a quiet person as well. And it says, and you're making sure she goes in the right direction in life. She's never going, you're trying, she's never going to be in a situation that you were in, because you won't allow it. And it says there, you also have a son then, right? Who's I would chance that he's a bit like his dad. He's full of mouth, no trousers. Do you know that face, mouth and no trousers? I don't know where it comes from, but I've heard it before. I think it describes, they're all and no substance. And I feel that you really need to you want to kick him up the backside every day, and I think you probably do. But I would also say that he needs to be on the right path. You want to make sure she's on the right path, and he needs to be on the right path because he's not right now. and you want to take him and shake him. And I would imagine you're big enough to do that,
Aye.
strong enough to do that. We put another card down and see where they go. You don't want him to walk down the same street as his father, the street of ruin.
Aye.
Right? That's what you want. Now everything here is about everybody else. We'll be looking at you now. So throat you've got.
It comes and it goes. I had growth removed a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's terrible.
And then I had another operation, and I think when they looked they were one back. It's because of cigarettes.
That's not so good. Right. Now we're going to ask, what do you want to know about your life? Future relationships?
Money.
Money. Let's look at money first, right?
Future relationships.
Uh-huh.
And health.
Health, right, okay. Which one do you want to start with?
Future relationships.
Right, okay. Ask about future relationship. What kind of relationships? Is there a good relationship in my future? Right? Go for that. Right?
Good relationship. Choose a
Just out your head and choose 3. Is there are relationships, but you're so disillusioned about them you trust nobody. Is that true? Isn't it? That's true, isn't it? And it says, you know, you will not. It's almost as if you instinctively choose somebody that's going to be hard work because you've got to keep your head occupied.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And then you become emotionally exhausted. Now that's what we know. Now choose your cards for your. These are the situations you put yourself in. Now choose your cards for a person. This person's had a row with their ex-partner and has split up from somebody, right? I don't mean they've just had a row and moved out. They've split up. And I feel very much that they're basically a person who's really down to earth and a really good person, right? They're solid, they're dependable, much different from people you've been there before with. They have a child. You know what I mean now? They are. But it's almost as if they've also got a very gentle part of them that's awful hurt because of what's happened. Here's another one. And it's not, he's not come to you in the rebound, his relationship is gone, and it's leaving his past behind because it wasn't good. Card about how he feels about you. You're picking all the negatives and saying he's not divorced, those divorce isn't through. We're going there, tell me how you feel about him. This is how you're going to feel about him, I hope. Oh, 2 of them, I'll have both. There they are. You find peace with him and you feel secure with him. So you might have a relationship but you won't give your heart away. Right? So that's a good relationship. Maybe you will give your heart to him in the future. Right? You're much too practical to look at it any other way. Is that right? Right? So we know that there's a good solid relationship there whether you love him or not. Right? Now you want to know, I'm going to put you through because it's a health thing, isn't it? And we need all the cards for the health thing. What you do next. You want to know if your health is going to improve or remain the same or what. Improve in the future. Now with health questions, the answers can often look negative because we don't get, our health doesn't really improve as we get older. But you want your conditions to improve. Ask then in your head if the conditions you suffer from will improve in the future. It tells me that unless you take action in your life to change things, it would be futile to expect them to change because it's in your balls in your court. Do you understand that? Everything that's wrong with you can be changed by lifestyle, right? So that's told you. You don't like that answer, but it says yes, they can improve, but you're your own worst enemy when it comes to your health, right? Next one is about money. Okay, is money going to get better? There's definitely. You will have your wish come true for your security, so there will be enough. It also shows me you might not make the right decisions with it.
No.
and there's a need for change in the way you handle money. But you will have enough. It is going to improve. Give me another couple of cards to see how well you're going to do there. Right, 1. You're going to spend it all the wrong way. Right, it says you're going to feel that you need to support some of your family with it.
Aye.
You know, you'll help them because you've got more. You don't keep money for yourself.
No.
You're not looking for anything out of it. You just want to make sure they're okay, and that's what that is. So out of your 3 questions, your health will improve if you choose to change things, but it will continue to be as it is.
Which I have done anyway, and there is improvement. So
Oh, that's good. That's good. It shows me that financially things that are going, you're going to be secure, which is what you really want. But you're going to give it away to other people. And it shows me, what was the other one? What was the first one again?
Love.
Love. He is there, but you're not going to give your heart to him to begin with. You'll see how it goes. Quite right as well. That's all I can tell you. Have you enjoyed your reading?
Yes, I have.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Your grandmother, no, it was your Auntie Nora, wasn't it? No, who was it who spoke to? I just can't remember now.
Linda, I think it was.
Your Auntie Linda. Did you say it was Auntie Nora you wanted to speak to?
No.
That must have been somebody else then, I'm sorry. I think in my head, I'm getting scrambled now, I can't remember, thanks. Thank you.
Thanks.
So is that one more I've got to do?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I'll be home before midnight tonight, my God, what a difference.
Cathy.
Yeah, Kathy, you've got to get this.